Alright, so this matchup is way too iconic not to be mentioned here, since when I'm recording right now, it is October 30th, one day before Halloween. So we got the Wolfman from the Wolfman versus Frankenstein from the movie and the book. I'll be using movie and book for both versions of the characters. I'm not going to be using current media. I'm going to be using like classic old-fashioned versions of them, like when they first appeared. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this one. Starting off with Frankenstein, in terms of strength, Frankenstein is described to be like massive, like towering over average humans, around 7 plus feet tall. He was stated to be stronger than any man. He can casually ragdoll people, strangle them to death with his bare hands. He can overpower them. He's actually fused with parts of different animals, which it was stated to give him like inhuman levels of strength. He can push over like wooden beams. So like he's not like high tier superhuman strength, but he's well above average strength for like humans wise. If you're gonna fight Frankenstein, you're not gonna have much of a chance going hand to hand with him with brute strength alone. So that gives him easily a superhuman strength, but not like high tier level. Speed. Walking around, Frankenstein is known for being extremely slow. One of the slowest characters I've pretty much ever covered. But it was stated in the book that he can climb up like steep rock embankments far faster than any average human can. So he's slow, yeah, but he is slow, which can hurt him in combat. Durability. It's kind of hard to say if Frankenstein feels pain or not, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But Frankenstein's very tough, but he can be, especially if you hit him at where the strings, where his joints meet, he can literally fall apart because he's a walking corpse. But that doesn't mean you should go easy on him, because he is pretty tough. Especially because how bulky he is. Like he can take a good amount of damage. Though he was killed in the fire, he was burned alive. So I mean, he has this a bit, I'd say a good bit amount above average human durability. Intelligence wise, he's really not that intelligent, not that smart, but it's simply because when he was created, he was created like a child. He barely had any movement over his body, no strategy, no intellect, no really any acknowledgement until who he was until later. And it's actually kind of sad, because Frankenstein really actually wanted to die. Like he didn't even want to live, because all the stuff that he did, all the evil things that he did, he killed people, he didn't want it. And so he's definitely below human intelligence. Height and gear, he has his immense size, great strength. He can be resurrected by lightning strikes. That's how he was brought to life, therefore he can be resurrected too. So like Frankenstein is an absolutely iconic and one of the best horror beings or monsters ever created, in my opinion. Now we're going over the Wolfman. I'll be using the Wolfman from the 1950s. I forgot what date it was, but the 1950 movie and the books that are tied in with it. So the Wolfman, in terms of strength, is easily superhuman. It was shown that in the tied-in media and the crossover he had, which were canon, that he could bend steel, he could overpower people, tear people to pieces if he chose to. He's also very fast, able to easily catch up to people when they even have a head start. He has like wolf-like speed, so he's very quick in combat. Durability wise, definitely above human durability. Very tough. It should be equal to his attack potency, so he can take a good amount of damage before dropping. Intelligence, he fights off of pure instinct and pure animal instinct and hunting, so he's quite smart in combat when he needs to be. Hacking gear, razor sharp teeth, claws, fur. I don't see how fur counts as a weapon, but whatever. Superhuman senses, smell, sight, and other animalistic traits that tied into wolf creatures. So if these two iconic and classic horror monsters were to fight, who do I see coming out on top? Well, in terms of strength, I do think it's pretty close in strength-wise, but honestly, I think Frankenstein is a bit stronger. I trust him being able to deliver harder punches and like being able to ragdoll the Wolfman more effectively than the other side. So I give the strength edge to Frankenstein. Speed-wise, I do think the Wolfman is faster, definitely more agile. It can jump, it can leap, it can blitz faster. It's definitely more mobile than Frankenstein is. Intelligence-wise, I give that to Wolfman, honestly, due to his animalistic instincts and urges. Though, I mean, you could argue it's a tie because Frankenstein has somewhat of human intelligence. He has some of it in there, so you could argue it's a tie, but I honestly trust the Wolfman's intelligence more. Hacking gear, Wolfman has teeth and claws. Frankenstein just has his bulky strength and size. Frankenstein should be a bit bigger, a bit more muscular built. The Frankenstein does have a few weaknesses that the Wolfman could exploit, such as attacking at the joints. He could get the drop on Frankenstein by stealth attack by jumping on his back or knocking him down. So this fight would, I'd say, since like abilities wise, Wolfman might have the slight edge. So who do I think wins this brawl? Like strength wise, I think Frankenstein would be able to deliver more damage and hit harder. Wolfman should be quicker and have the edge in intelligence, though you could argue that's a tie. But this is just going to be a brawl. It's just going to be a straight up brawl. And who do I favor in a brawl? Honestly, I favor Frankenstein winning this one. You could argue this fight either way. Honestly, it's an interesting matchup of two icons, but in this one, I trust Frankenstein's strength. Though Wolfman definitely could win with his speed, mainly, but personally, I favor Frankenstein winning this one. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that one. That was also kind of a random matchup that I thought of, just like yesterday's Ghost versus Witch. And, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this matchup of two classic monsters. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later.